Hi guys, I'd like to welcome you guys all back to my channel. Yes, I know, same outfit, full-time job. Don't hate. So today I'm here to talk about the 9 books that I plan on reading for the month of April. I know that kind of seems ambitious considering that last month I only read 6, but I read very thick books last month, so I don't really see that being the same thing this year. So let's see, the first book. Let me just start this off right. The first book that I'm going to read is one of the books that I just recently purchased, and that is Akata Warrior by Nnedi Okorafor. And this is the sequel to Akata Witch that I talked about last month in my last month's book videos. This follows Sunny now that she is a fully realized leopard person, and this is her working with her mentor and really learning about herself and her heritage and, you know, what all her powers as a free agent can do. I don't want to give spoilers because I plan on doing an actual review of the entire series. But of course, this is one of the first ones. African fantasy seems to be, like I said, one of my new favorite genres. The next book, I haven't picked it up yet. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to donate Timekeeper or if I should buy Chainbreaker, but I kind of don't want to buy Chainbreaker in hardback. I kind of want to buy it in paperback because I have the paperback version of Timekeeper. But yeah, the next book that I'm reading is Chainbreaker, which I just recently learned is only book 2 of 3. And this takes place with Danny trying to solve the mystery of the time clocks in India, where the time clocks are messing up, but it's not affecting time. So that's interesting. Of course, it goes on about his relationship with the clock spirit, who is a guy, which makes it even weirder in my opinion. It's just, I wish we could just skip the whole, like, I'm in love with the clock spirit thing, but whatever. Yeah, I'm going to read that book next. The next book that I'm going to read is Every Heart a Doorway by Cindy McGuire. I've been meaning to get to this book. I kind of forgot that I had it on my shelf. So I figured, why not go ahead and just tackle this bad boy now. It's a super short read. It's only 170 pages. 170 pages. Yeah. It's only 170 pages. From what I get, it gives me this vibe that it says children disappear all the time, but when they come back, they end up in a home. And when one of the girls returns back from the home, some stuff happens, and it's up to her and like her new housemates to figure out what's going on. So I didn't read much on it. I've been trying to stay away from things about it, so I am excited to try this one. The first audiobook that I'm actually already listening to is Rainbirds by Clarissa Goinawan. If I messed that up, I'm so sorry. But essentially it is about a brother who finds out that his sister was murdered, so he ends up going back home to where she was and try essentially to uncover the mystery of what happened. The audiobook is on Hoopla, which is great. It's told of course with a guy voice, and his voice is kind of slow. So I might be speeding up the voice to like at least 1.25 if necessary. But so far it's interesting. It's starting off like a typical thriller where, he's doing a lot of flashbacking and stuff, so it's very interesting so far. Next book that I want to read from my birthday haul is Rebel in the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. Let's see. This focuses on a girl named Amani who is a gunslinger, and she meets Jen, who is a foreigner, and she uses him essentially as a way to escape the life that she's meant to live. Yeah. I don't know. I'm all down for it. Why not? It's got multiple books after it, so I kind of like reading books where the story continues. If you guys haven't noticed, I read a lot of these type of books, but I'm excited to give this one a try, and I might own the set. Who knows? The next book that I want to read comes out April 3rd, and it's called My Dear Hamilton. It focuses on Eliza remember her name? Eliza Sculier. There we go. Hamilton. I need to go back and listen to the Hamilton soundtrack because I learned how to pronounce her last name from that sister song with Peggy. But essentially, it's about her life, and it is written by Stephanie Dre and Laura Camoy. Laura Camoy, I think that's her name. But it is told based off of letters and diary entries, I guess, from Eliza, and they've put the story together. So you guys know, like, this is the point where she's dealing with political scandal because her husband ain't no good, of course. And so it's telling it from her side, and it's also trying to say that, like, not only was she a wife, but, you know, she was the daughter of a commander, and, like, you know, she did all these other things. So historical fiction, obviously. So I'm excited to see if this one is any good. The next book comes out April 19th, and it is Ponte by Charlene Teo. Looking at my notes. Yeah. Ponte by Charlene Teo. It is about a girl named Sue, S-Z-U, who she is constantly in the shadow of her mother, who was a beautiful actress, and now she does, what is the word? Now she Miss Cleo's in the basement, and she ends up meeting a girl named Cersei, and of course they form a friendship, and like most contemporary fiction kind of books, it kind of goes from there. I don't know, it's interesting because it is about Asian women, and it is in Singapore, and it is specifically set in 2003, so I kind of want to read it for throwback purposes. But yeah, it's another book I'm interested in reading, as I'm trying to read at least one new release that comes out the month of, if that makes sense. There are some other books that are on my TBR that came out a couple months ago that I'm going to eventually get to, but just not now. The current read that I'm reading is actually one of the books I was supposed to finish last month, but I started it kind of late, and it took me a while to really get into the story, and that is Still Me by Jojo Moyes, and it follows, what is her name? I can't. See, that's bad. When you're reading a book... Oh, Louisa. So we're following her, and she's in New York, and she's still dating her hot paramedic, and it's another contemporary fiction, just like a feel-good fiction. I don't know. I'm going to have thoughts about it, of course, later. If you guys want me to do a separate review video on this, like another makeup review video, then let me know, but as of right now, I'm just going to talk about it at the end of the month. The next book that I want to read is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, and it is about a girl named Xiomara. Hold on. Last book that I plan on reading is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. Yeah, Acevedo. It follows a girl named Xiomara who lives in Harlem, and she's constantly getting in trouble, constantly getting fights, you know, just typical like teenage drama stuff. But she finds a release in slam poetry, and so she is trying to explore that option while dealing with the fact that her mom is super, super church. And essentially it's another coming of age story, but it's also got poetry and stuff in it. This book was recommended to me. I saw it on Goodreads, and so I just decided to give it a try. It came out, I think, It came out the same time as Children in Blood and Bones, but y'all all know how I feel about that. If you don't, click the link above. Well, that is my April TBR for this month. My questions to you guys: what books are you anticipating that are coming out this month? What book do you plan on reading? Do you plan on reading any, or are you just an audiobook person? Please let me know down in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next time, guys, bye.